Thinking of running your first half marathon in 2026? Great, but don't take a marathon training plan and cut it in half. And don't find a random one on the internet. That will only set you up for disaster. The half marathon is actually one of the trickiest distances for the long distance runners. But here's some good news. There's a way to simplify it that 99% of runners don't know about. And if you don't follow the right advice, then you'll fail and you will be shamed and you don't know. Dude, don't freak them out. Look, I'm Greg, a USATF certified coach, and the crazy guy over there is Running Shoe. And today, I'm going to tell you exactly what I would do and how I would coach somebody if they were going to run their first half marathon starting from scratch. Segment number A. Let's start with workouts. If you don't train for the right systems, race day might hit you like a wall. The half marathon is like the 800 meters of distance running. Too short to rely on mileage, too long to fake with speed. 60 to 80% of your running should be easy, aerobic running and cross training. Okay, so what about the other 20 to 40%? That's where things get strategic. Human runner, explain the strategery of it. Sure, man. Okay, we're gonna break these down into two different types of workouts. The first workout is anaerobic strength. If you've ever had that feeling where you're just starting to feel that burning feeling in your legs, like you could talk to somebody, but you really don't want to. That pace is what we would call your lactate threshold. It's basically the pace you could run for 45 to 60 minutes at a time. This is a very critical thing in half marathon training because the farther we can push that line, the farther you can run at actually a faster speed and in control. So I like to try some of these workouts. Number B, hey, get off my back. Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense. You're on my back and I would like you to get off of it. Have you ever had that burning feeling in your legs and you're gasping for air? We think about that as your max aerobic power or VO2 max. These workouts develop that system and are focused on high intensity effort with longer recovery. So try workouts like these. Hold on, I got an intro. A little word of caution. These do make you more of an explosive and speedy runner, but because of the volume of the half marathon training we're doing, they carry more soft tissue injury risk, which is why it's very important to strategically do these on certain days. Okay, so now we got the workouts. How do we build the plan? We're gonna build a 16-week plan here. And it works best when it's broken up into 3 specific training blocks. Your base building block, which is a lot of easy running, cross training, building the consistency of what's going to work in your life so you have the habits. Your lactate threshold, speed, and strength focusing block. And we haven't talked a lot about strength workout, but doing some sort of weight training. Now, that's not weightlifting to build huge muscles, but doing higher reps at a lower weight to make your body stronger. And then finally, the last block, I like to focus on sharpening and working on any sort of specificity that we've picked up along the way, as well as including our taper. Most people mess up by jumping into the speed work way too early. Spend at least 6 weeks just building your base and fitness. Okay, well, how much should you run? Well, that's the wrong question. You have to find your human runner and ask. Find your human runner and ask. What? Ask the questions. Fine. You have to ask yourself, have I been a runner before? How long ago was that? What's my weekly cardio volume right now? And what kind of injury history do you have? These are going to guide you into letting you know whether you should be working on a beginner, intermediate, or advanced mileage, which you can see right here. I would rather coach somebody to 30 quality miles than 60 inefficient miles. And look, even though it's a half marathon, it can still be overwhelming. 13.1 miles is a lot. So the best thing to do, and what I would coach people to do, is to chunk everything. Make things into digestible blocks. Doing a long run, you can add little mini goals or pickups in the middle of it. Speed sessions, you can turn your intervals into mental exercises, or you could shorten the intervals and have a little bit of a higher intensity. And finally, for race day, be sure to break up the 13.1 miles into around 3 to 4 chunked sessions where you're checking in with yourself, making sure you have a right plan in place and a goal in mind for each part of the race. Unfortunately, some plans work in miles or kilometers, and not everybody lives in a climate during this marathon training season where that's applicable. It's just too cold, so you have a treadmill. Well, how exactly can you train for a long distance race just using a treadmill? I've done that, not once, but twice, and you can check that video out right up here.